it's so cool. Oh.
If anyone's going to land the floor, it'll be me.
Oh, it's so nice and cool. Oh my god. I'm so glad we didn't do this yesterday because I would have just been like this, like the whole time.
Yesterday.
I'd be like, yeah, choose this shoe. This one's great.
Thank you.
Little goodie bag, but I chose this one because if you look at the frame. Oh, thank you so much. I said to Lucy, I think we have a bigger one. I need to find it. I need to find it.
Normally I will be on stage in 8 weeks, but my boyfriend is my coach and he said I think we'll be ready sooner, so I will do another show before, so I'm at 4 weeks out.
That's so exciting though. So what are you doing? Because I know you're involved with PCA France. Are you just doing PCA?
Yes, because it's very. I want to compete in UK, but it's very expensive to go back again in UK. So I will do another one with PCA France. First, I choose to don't compete with France because I was with judges. But I want to do another show, and they asked, "Don't worry, we can do one, and we'll do an exception for this time and enjoy the scene." So exciting.
I keep forgetting I'm on prep as well, and a friend asked me, how many weeks out are you? And I went, I can't remember. I had to look and I was like, I think I'm 3 weeks, but I actually can't remember. Time's flying. Look at the frame. Look at the frame.
I love it. Thank you. And it's black, which is what all the frames are in my bedroom. So yeah,
Love it.
perfect. Thank you so much.
I got like a good mixture of like the key basic ones I spoke about in the course, and then have to give you a non-platform heel to try, obviously, just to try that difference. So yeah, we've got literally sizes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even if there's like a style that's not in your size, try this next size up because we have the insole pads, like the real thick ones, so that will kind of buffer it a little bit. So yeah, I think the main thing really is, did you bring your shoes with you or you did as well?
Just one time.
But yeah, we've got the mirror there as well, but as I said, this is your space to literally just test and try. I'm also really interested to see what you guys think as well.
Yes.
I was saying to Lucy in the car that I can't wait to hear what you guys think and how they change, because obviously I've just been learning this myself and just talking to Lucy for how many years about it, but it'd be cool because obviously you guys have got that back knowledge now to like see if we can learn anything from you guys as well.
It's super interesting as well, the fact that we've got figure and wellness, because then you can see how the different shoes feel and you can both understand that as well from a different competitor's point of view. And then you've got bikini girls as well. So
Everything. So yeah, choose whichever ones you want to start with first. Everyone, because of the Brazilian influence, everyone was wearing these. So the first year, every wellness competitor was wearing these because that's all they were seeing from Brazil. They thought it was a wellness thing. I was like, no, this is like a cultural thing. And that sounds so weird to think of like shoes being a cultural thing, but you see the difference in Europe, IFBB Elite, UK BFF, it still stems from that like core where that came from historically a few years ago, and it affects how people select their shoes, and it also affects how people thought, oh, wellness is just non-platform. It's like, no, but then once the American wellness pros started coming into it and then wearing the non-platform shoe, that's when everyone's like, oh, okay, this isn't.
It's like with the bikinis, like everyone thought that if you're a wellness athlete you have to wear the bombshell, like the moulded cup, and it literally doesn't look good on pretty much anybody. So going for the triangle cup is now like what everybody does, but before it used to be like, oh, that must be a wellness thing. But
I feel it's so important to understand like that historical element and the backstory, because you don't know where your clients come from, what they've heard, what they've been told, all that Chinese whisper stuff. It then transcends into posing shoes, but obviously you guys will be able to be like, that's right, that's wrong, and kind of help them, like guide them a little bit. And that's what we have to do all the time on DM, be like, no, that's not what's right. No, that was a few years ago, but now obviously things have changed and different. So I'm very interested to see what you think of.
I know for a fact I remember walking.
I think I have a lip one.
Perfect. So I would definitely,
Maybe if I win without platform?
Yeah, I would say start with the gala
Yes.
one. I just love seeing what people just because I've got like I can wear them for nights out and stuff, but for posing, especially with that side pose, you can. It's one of those again. If you feel it yourself, you then understand. Oh, okay, this makes so much sense.
Oh my god, I'm like wobbly on there. I'm better than I used to be for sure. So that's a testament to mine.
I love this, the reaction to the gala I want.
Yeah.
It's very real.
Oh, impossible
It's
to
weird,
actually
isn't it?
do a
Yeah.
side pose. Because my foot pretty much stays. So when I'm like this, I might sort of just like lift my
Yeah.
foot out the shoe because it won't.
That's the thing. If you haven't got a strap there as well, your foot is literally going to have to escape to get up on the front because there's no platform there to like stabilize. Especially when your foot is in a compromised position, it's like it's really.
When I'm walking, it seems that my feet are doing this inside of it.
It's really aggressive, isn't it?
Yes, I think I'm losing it.
But a lot of times people will buy something like a gala because it's cheaper online,
Okay.
but also there's a lot of second-hand shoes like that because everyone's switched. So a lot of first timers will maybe look at these, not think, and go, they're cheaper, they look fine, yeah, they'll do, and then wonder why am I having all of these problems in them.
I also think, cause when I speak to like girls for the first time, I'm like, I can't walk in heels, so I'm going to get the ones without a platform. And I'm like, no, if you can't walk in heels, do not get the ones without a platform. It's like it does kind of make you have that opinion until you actually put them on and then you're like,
It's a no from me.
yeah, even doing like the little spin, like, it's just so much harder without the platform.
But isn't it crazy to think like pretty much I would say a good 70% of all athletes back in the day, 5 years plus, were all wearing the gala because they look aesthetically, they looked the best. So then everyone was wearing these, and it's no wonder that everyone had so many problems with posing because they were so restricted to just being able to wear those because the non-platform rule, the lack of federations, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, you'll see a lot of first timers buy them because they think, oh, they're the cheap ones. Oh, they look good. And then they wonder why they're having all these problems.
The IFBB Elite and the bikini girls in particular, and I always think like, wow, that walk looks so nice, and I couldn't really work out why I couldn't quite get that little thing. And when I just looked at it, it might just be how my feet look, because it did look comparable to the first time when I just walked forward towards the mirror. So
That's so interesting.
yeah.
Also, do you see why I say to people wear them on carpet floor?
Yes.
Because as soon as like they don't wear them on carpet floor, you've seen how quickly they're scuffed. And a lot of times they'll just try them on
And then try and send them back.
and then try and send them back, and I'm just like, oh god, oh god. So yeah, anytime you got especially first timers, always just remind them, try your shoes.
Should we do it out there then?
Oh no, these are for like today, so I don't care. But it's like look at that, Lucy.
Already stuffed.
Yeah.
That's just from like one turn of posing. Okay, I'm so loving you guys trying that gala. I love it, it's so funny.
This is great.
At least you guys can, like I say, you have that full on right, that feels different. So when you're thinking about the next shoe you're trying on, it's going right. How does like the increase of the platform, the arch of the platform, how does all of these different characteristics affect my ability to do that same posing?
Yeah.
It's super fascinating. Not for me, guys. I'd really be keen for you guys to see what you think of the shoe fairy, because a lot of times there's a lot of marketing around it. People don't really understand it, and it's hard because that price point is a massive barrier. But when you try them on, you
can't describe it.
No.
You can't explain what it feels like until you've tried them. Because I remember Jasmine was first telling me, and she was like trying to explain it. She was like, "They're better for these reasons, blah blah." On this meeting, and I was like, "Okay, cool, like sure." And then I put them on, and I was like, "Oh,
it definitely feels different.
yeah, they do."
Okay, so Olympian 2.0 iconic. So 4.5. I love the silver as well.
Yes, I never seen one in real life.
Yeah.
Only on the website.
But like from a styling point of view, it's a lot easier for us to style something if they wear a plain heel or a silver. We can still work the AB and the SDT, but you can see if your bikini connector is silver and that's silver,
Yes.
it's like it's a really nice look altogether.
And the inside is very different from the
pleaser. Yeah. These are like so popular. And again, like that silver, I just love the silver detailing as well. It's just so pretty. So they're the same height as the gala.
Okay, but definitely not the same feeling.
Yeah. A lot of tall girls will wear that style, especially first timers, because they have that thing about, I don't want to be taller, I want to be have a small heel, whatever else. So yeah, a lot of first timers, a lot of tall ladies will wear.
But the feeling is definitely not the same.
Yeah.
Yes. It seems like I have no shoes.
Oh, that's a good
my
review right there.
Yeah. So good.
Very comfortable. It's like, I was just saying, it's like an extension of my leg. It just
Yeah.
feels like so much more.
Yeah.
It's really big. Oh.
I love seeing these reactions of people with the galas and the shoe fairy because it's so hard sometimes to tell people in person or tell people like on social media, on the DMs, like these feel different, but like this sort of stuff just reminds me exactly what I wanted to do this day for the posing coaches, to fully understand how these shoes feel, because if they understand how these shoes feel, they can inform their clients so much better and basically have a lot more knowledge to help their clients. So yeah, I just love this. It's so interesting because I'm usually just in my bedroom by myself like trying all these shoes, but like you guys are actually getting to understand it.
This is good. By the end of the day, I'm going to be getting
too high for
new heels for sure.
They're too high for you.
And it's just going to be a case of which one. This is what I've been waiting for.
Oh, not
Yeah.
I think that's perfect time.
It is perfect timing.
I mean, I thought like there's no way if I leave it till this long, I'm going to be able to be comfortable and just pose in another shoe as well as I do in the ones I'm used to. But these are more comfortable somehow than the ones I normally wear.
Maybe I
So when these
to
It's just, I don't know whether they're like more suited to flat feet than these ones, potentially.
This is what I did when I was learning all the shoes.
Yeah.
I was like trying one on one style, one another style. I was thinking, where do these feel with? And I flipped them, and then I literally did that one. Whoa, okay. And I did this with the cocktail and the lip. And I was like, this is why they all feel really weird, and no one knows about it.
Yeah.
So like this, any shoe today, feel them, try one, like even just do with like one gala, one shoe fairy, and then just flip them and look visually, because it's hard to see like that how they look sometimes, but then that will kind of give a few more clues. These were a little bit bigger, okay, but they're very, do you remember when we were talking about shoe fairy was created in response to the lip? You have a lip on one side and then the shoe fairy on the other side. Okay, so that'll be interesting.
Because I'm not very comfortable without the strap.
So give that
For now on mine,
So I'm eating standard stuff. Got the Elegant, Flare, Majesty, Glory, Lip. Majesty's probably a good one for you to try because it's by far the most popular heel.
Yeah.
So it'd be good for you to kind of know like exactly how that feels. And then maybe after that, do you know what I'll do after that? I'd do one style in Elegant, put one foot in Elegant and one foot in Majesty.
Yeah.
Because in terms of the wideness and narrow, you try two completely different ones at the same time.
Okay.
So that'd be really good. Okay. What sort of main things can you notice or can you feel for yourself?
the plastic is very strong on this one. It seems like my blood is stuck on my toes. Yes. And when I'm walking, I think I'm an elephant with this one. But it's like when I try this, I don't feel it. And it's like I have these shoes from weeks and months ago already. When I tried this for the first one, it was very hard and I needed a lot of time to be comfortable on it. And when I put this one, it's automatic.
So when you try the bikini side pose, Okay, how different does the plastic feel for you? With a bikini front pose, when you're like, when your foot's having to be, when you're having to like do like that. This one. Because for me, I find, this is the only thing I find with Shoe Fairy, is if I'm doing a bodybuilding bikini side pose like this, I find the softness of the plastic goes against me, because I feel like my foot is kind of coming out of the shoe. Whereas I find the pleaser plastic, because it's tougher and tighter, it keeps my foot in. Yeah. That's the only slight differences. So if I'm doing IFBB NPC, I will use my Shoe Fairy because I like the comfort level, everything like that. If I'm doing like a bikini quarters style type of posing, I will wear my Majesties because I like that toughness locking me in a little bit more when I'm having to do poses that I need to be really strong in, if that makes sense. Whereas obviously you're still having to be strong in NPC, but it's a lot softer. But yeah, especially in those side poses, I will always go with my Majesties over my Shoe Fairy. Plastic, I always find that like my foot is coming away, which I don't find mentally for me is a good thing. I want to feel like I'm stuck. Like, what are the two differences with these two?
These two, so this one is feels a lot lower, feels a lot like kind of, I don't feel any pull here. However, I do feel like it makes your foot look longer, which on a shorter person isn't ideal. So even though they're the same, it makes it look like my foot is too big for my body, whereas on this side it looks a lot more proportional.
No, that's, you know what, that makes total sense, because it's like the trick of the eye, with the way that platform is kind of like extended out. That's something that I've not really considered before.
I think it's obviously this bit, whereas my toe comes to the end here. But I had, it might have been, it wasn't, the diamonds didn't look like this, it might have been that shoe. But whatever I had for my first year, I just looked at all my safety pictures and I'm like, my feet look too big for my body. And it wasn't until I changed my shoes and I was like, okay, that's that problem fixed. But in terms of walking, I am noticing now how that, I do kind of like prefer this raised bit just for the actual, you know, this bit of the walk.
Yeah.
Because it's nice and flat, or makes it flat when you're doing this. But
yeah, if you're, especially from like a walking point of view, if the platform is like raised at the front, you won't be catching your feet as much, which is obviously better, because I'm one of those people. I have to really think about picking my feet up. But then when I get into my poses, if I've got an elegant on me, like if you try a bikini side pose, you and a lot of posing coaches will instruct them a certain way, get to the top of your toe, your ankle, your face says it all. Like your ankle is like, oh, I can't give you what you're trying to tell me. And this is when I found some posing coaches, like they haven't understood these shoes. And obviously I can understand them, because the instruction they're giving me is totally wrong, and they're forcing my body, they think they're just pushing me, but I'm like, no, you're actually you're pushing my body past, from a health point of view, where it needs to go. But I know it's because they don't understand the impact the shoes are having. So it's a real, from a posing coach point of view, you need to make sure you're looking after your client's health. It's so important. Like, we know how susceptible and how easy it is to injure ourselves, and how all these different elements can affect us on prep. And if you don't understand the shoes and you're pushing someone, or you're not given the right instruction, especially in an elegant, we have a couple of people that end up messaging us on Instagram, getting injuries from posing lessons from elegants, because the coaches are they're not knowing what they're doing. And it's really like, it is concerning. Then we're like, okay, let's switch. And the elegant 408 is the one that people will look at because it looks the prettiest, the heel height. So again, it is good to a degree, but it has those drawbacks as well. But again, if the posing coach yourself hasn't tried it, they're not really understanding it. You still look fabulous, babe, so worry.
It's just not a Majesty, is it?
they don't really
You still have that shoe.
like
Me is always like Samuel super curly.
I've had all sorts before. I've had someone say my foot looks like something, you know, a bit rude, and I'm like, why the fuck's that? He's quite popular though, right?
Not really.
No.
There's something that happens with Shoeberry. Some people bang on about wanting us to stock a style. We stock it, and then they don't buy it.
Yeah.
The Goddess, no, everyone's been buying the Goddess.
Yeah.
But
like that's everyone wants the Goddess, right?
but I think it's a difficult thing with like the price point. I think that's the biggest thing that gets people. Which is totally understandable when everything's so expensive.
Yeah.
But again, like when you are a posing coach, when you want to advise people, if you can save that client from, you have some people that will buy 3-4 pairs of shoes before even messaging us. I'm like, you should have messaged us straight away because we would have probably saved you all this hassle. But again, if you guys can help people, then it will save them loads of money. They'll be happier. And that's something that's been really popular as well now, is a lot of people are buying detachable ankle straps as their second pair of shoe, just as like a backup, which I think is perfectly viable option.
So then you've got the option of strapless and straps. On heel.
If Mia changes her mind.
Yeah. Indecisive people.
What's the one you're trying on next?
What is that? A high heel, I think.
The what?
High heel, high platform. My favourite.
Making me wait, Lucy, isn't she?
The suspense.
These are a size 6 though, so just see if they.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
we'll go
what heels for what box.
You don't know what? Oh, that's fine. Don't worry, I'll sort those out.
These look small. Are these a lip?
These are a lip. Those are a size 7.
What are these? A flare?
Flare.
Okay.
So they used to be
This
very,
is the
very
OG.
popular. Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
We've got to try the flare, right?
So those are essentially what people moved on to from the gala onto the flare.
So this saved everyone initially.
Yeah, at first,
I don't
until
think that's
then
gonna go
other
in.
things came along.
So with the wellness NPC IFBB style front pose, it's really, really hard to get onto the tip of that toe with it being no platform. I think when you're in a side pose, this leg is great. It actually feels like there's more, I'm able to push onto my glute without actually shifting my weight forward at all, which is great. But this back foot, again, can't get onto the tip of my toe, so it's
Yeah,
a bit of a struggle.
I agree.
Back pose would be absolutely fine.
Yeah, I feel like the same because there's no platform. I like to really prop my toes into the ground, and you've almost got like a bit of flexibility. And you can see I'm actually bending from the gala. So I think for a stability point of view, not my favourite. And then also in like the model pose, S shape, T shape, whatever you want to call it. Again, it's that same issue. Maybe like ankle mobility. And again, just the stability of that solid front of the shoe. So I think definitely prefer a platform, but you do feel very like sturdy on the ground. Like, I feel like I can really feel the foot.
Yeah.
So
That's why I like the walking in these shoes as well. Like I'm inclined to like turn my toe out a little bit more, which I would never do in a platform heel, but it just seems to be really, really comfortable and just lends itself that way. So
yeah,
glute shot isn't ideal either because of the toe being around. Yeah, overall, not bad, but not an ideal shoe for wellness.
What shoes you want to try on next? Be like, it's amazing. Oh!
we need a platform in here.
Okay, so I know which one's Mia wants. Which one do you want, Sam? And you can stay in your gardens if you really want to.
Me and the girls are getting on very well.
Which one?
Maybe.
Oh my god,
Oh my god, I have to. Have you worn these?
hell no. I tried
The stripper heel.
on it. I literally call them a stripper heel, I can't even help it. But yeah, I tried something similar to this and like I just can't, because obviously with WBFF you can't wear clear heels, so I tried to wear these and it was too...
You can't wear these even though they're grown?
No, you can, so I tried to wear them and like they're just too high and my ankle was like rocking so much.
What are they called? The Stripper 508?
They're called the Delight 609 Silver. And I hate saying that word like stripper heel, but like they are just excessively too high. and every time you see them on stage, like they just stand out. Unless you're on like a fitness model show, they stand out, but like for the wrong reasons. And also, fun fact, from a health and safety point of view, that's why a lot of federations will say 5 inches, because anything else is classed as a health and safety issue.
Yeah, but still.
I feel like the shoes I was wearing is like going like out in like.
What shoes have we got?
We have the Delight 609 Silver, because Sam's going to go for America's Next Top Model.
Yeah,
and she's going to wear these.
Switching pathways. I think I found my thing.
Legit though, like how do you feel in such a high heel with such a big platform? I just saw your ankle, your foot like shaking there.
Oh yeah, a little bit. I think because they're quite narrow, so like this. Do you know what? When I was actually younger, going out, like I would wear these high heels like this. Honestly, I think I had ones even bigger, but
when you're posing in them though, how do you feel in them?
I mean, better than what I thought I would. But I do look, you can see I'm a bit more unstable, can't I? Yeah.
Like the risk of your ankle rolling with those is just so bad. And I always say to people, unless you're experienced as a person with heels, don't even go near them.
Don't think my ankles roll, but I'm definitely like.
I can see you like.
Well, I'm doing that now, but yeah, these are probably a health hazard. I mean, not too bad.
Okay, Mia.
So these are the Goddess Olympians. They're my newfound favourite. I've been a no strap girl for like 3 years, but I've been converted by these today, and it's not even like just the strap alone, but just that this like they're an extension of my leg. Like I've never really walked in heels that are so comfortable. Like the other styles of shoe that I've got a strap just aren't quite as comfortable as these ones, and I can't even fully put my finger on why. But
it might be the flexibility, you know, in the actual
plastic.
Yeah, I
know. That combined with the strap, what I realised I was doing, I was getting cramp when I was walking like in my other shoes, which are both cocktails, and when I put one cocktail on one of these, I realised that the cramp I was getting in my calf was because I was gripping unknowingly the front of the shoe with my toes. So as soon as I felt the difference when I put a strap on, I'm like, oh my god, like now I'm converted, I have to wear a strap. So these have been by far of the whole day the best shoes that I've put on in terms of like feel, like comfort, how it feels when you're posing, just everything. They're absolutely perfect for runs and bikini, to be honest. Works with it.